Hey guys, welcome to lesson 12 of Strat. Today we are going to talk about risk reward because it's something that I feel like traders, when they start learning the strat, they completely forget about, and not all setups are created equal. You want a trade that has decent magnitude on it, so meaning profit potential versus risk. And we don't just want to get excited because we see a setup. We want to know what our risk reward is for taking the setup. So I'm not going to get into all the reasons why I would take this short because it's just everything to do with all the strat principles. And we're looking to take this short to come back down to the bottom of the Browning formation. So TradingView has this really cool tool. If you go over here, see where my mouse is on the left side of the screen, you can pick if you're looking at taking a short position or a long position. So what you do, click on it, put it on your entry, and then move your target to your target and where your stop would be. And what you want to see, you want to look at this risk reward ratio. A 1-to-1, it just means you're risking, $5 to make $5. That's not great. So typically I try to stay more in the 2-to-1 area if I can. Okay. So just using this and using a 50% stop based on the stops on the strat combo sheet, your risk is 0.95. So it's not even 1-to-1. So this isn't great, right? So 0.95 to 1. So this might not be a setup you would take, okay? But what if you could go down a time frame and see if there's an earlier actionable signal to take, okay? How does that change your risk reward? So the next smallest time frame from the daily would be the 4-hour. Not the 12-hour. The 12-hour is a daily chart, okay? But if you look here, we have a potential 4-hour early actionable signal to get us into the daily trigger sooner. That makes this trade worth your while. This is a 2-to-1 risk reward using the whole candle as your stop, or you could also use a 50% stop, which is 2672, about there. So this changes your 4-hour risk reward to a 4.3 to 1. So basically you're risking $1 to make 4. And once you know your risk reward, that's when you can get really detailed with the settings of this tool. So if you click on it, you hit settings, you tell it your account size. So say this might be a lot, but say you have a $50,000 account, okay, and you don't want to risk more than $500, which is 1% of your account on one trade. Okay, plug that in. So this tells you that you can purchase or short 2,380 shares with this risk reward profile. But if your account's at 50,000, it's showing you have a $500 risk because 50,000 minus 500 is 49,500. And then it's showing you from your $50,000 account, you have the potential to make $2,200. And then you can just change these for whatever your account size is. This is for common. Now, if you wanted to trade options, you would just risk $500. So you'd have to buy however many contracts to stay under a $500 premium purchase. But the risk reward is essentially the same, with it being 4.3 to 1. Obviously, you're going to make more percentage wise with options, but this is what you need to know how much to risk and how much you can gain. And is it worth it? The main thing is this risk reward number. You want to, again, try to stay closer to 2 to 1. If you can get 4 to 1, that's excellent. That's what we hope for. And I'm going to show you how this played out. So what happened was the day opened here, triggered your 4-hour setup, triggered the daily setup, and hit target. And again, I am always screaming at people to take profit at your targets, because this is then what usually happens. You usually get a huge move in the other direction. Targets are our targets for a reason. That's the end of your trade. You should be out when your target is hit. If we go down to a 15-minute time frame, you'll see that your stop did not get hit before your target did, even though this candle closed higher than the stop. I'll show you. Okay, so right here on this 15-minute candle is when the 4-hour triggered the daily setup, then hit the target. It happened in the first 15 minutes of the day. Boom. So in here, exit here, and you're good to go. Okay, here's an example to the long side. So you have Apple, your daily trigger here, your daily target here. We're going to get the long tool. We're going to use a 50% stop, which is 135. And your target. Okay, so what is this risk reward? This is a 1 to 9. Okay, not bad. But can you go down to a smaller time frame and find an earlier bullish strat setup? What do you have here? You have a 4-hour, 2 down, 2 up to trigger that daily setup. Okay, so what does that look like? Okay, so the daily was a 1.9 to 1, but using the 4-hour to trigger the day, this gave you a 2.8 roughly to 1. So you can use bigger size because you're risking less. So in this instance, you can buy 163 shares, but on the daily, you could only buy 120. So see how you can lessen your risk, but still get all the reward. That's the strat, baby. That's why it's so powerful, and why complex strat and multiple time frame analysis is so much greater than single time frame analysis. We just look for bullish setups to trigger daily bullish setups. And again, that's on lesson 9. Love this tool. Oh, see, so this was actually a different risk reward. I didn't change it, but so this would be a $30,000 account risking 0.5%. Still pretty awesome. All right, that's it for now. Bye.